Ramadan Kareem, firstly. Secondly, you can say that the seventh Psalm of Shara record, because the laptops just keep crashing out, because I don't know, the RAM is just too much for it. I've closed it, I've deleted it, I've like did a lot of things, but I hope that's time it works. I hope the video is great. Let me check. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Alright, let's start. Firstly, if we think, if we're gonna start about the mediastinum, and we know what is the mediastinum, we gotta understand why is it in the first place. If we see here, you can see that the thoracic compartment, like that thoracic rib cage, because that's like views the ribs, the intercostal ribs, and behind the heart, and in the middle is the heart, and behind the heart is the vertebral column, which you can say the back of the heart is sticking to it. So if you understand, the mediastinum is the side, is the space which the heart compromises or compromises itself, by meaning it specializes itself by being in it, and it's useful because it gives spaces, gives like sinuses, so the heart can be able to beat and contract freely without needing to be compressed, because the heart will need space, will need like some personal space. If I'm trying to make it sense, reasonable right now, like sensible. Uh, the heart gonna be will need space to contract. So you can say we're trying to study the space that the heart is needed to be able to contract, and why it needed. Cause and what if the heart doesn't have the space to contract? What like complication can I enter into? So if you understand the thing, yeah, that's like more variable. That the mediastinum, you can say it's the space or the side of the heart where it sits into, with its great vessels. If you removed, for example, if you removed, I don't know, yeah, like I can see it. If you removed the heart and its great vessels, it's just gonna be like, you can say, at that. You're just gonna be left with that. You're gonna say, wait, yeah, that's the lung. That's like the diaphragm. And that's like the sternum and the thoracic compartment, or like the anterior compartment, the thoracic wall. You can say that, and that's like the vertebral wall. Oh, no, that's the opposite. Wait a second. Yeah, right. That's you can say that's the back, because that's the first rib right there, and that's the back. But wait a second, where's the heart? Where's the great vessels? Then we understand. Oh, that's the side where the heart sets with the great vessels, and you can say to the side of the heart there's the two lungs. Think that's like more visible, that's more understanding. I know it's only views the lungs here with the trachea, but if we visualize it, like if you imagine it, we can imagine like the great vessels. For example, if you know like the anatomy of the heart, the pulmonary trunk, the pulmonary artery gonna pass through. Firstly, that's, I don't know if when I'm pointing it's shareable. I don't think so, but I just wanna like put my like mouse. I don't know how, cause I don't think that the mouse is like visible. I don't think so. If I make it visible, it's gonna be great. don't know how to be honest. Never mind. If you know, like, what the fuck? Never mind. Uh, if we like talk that like the patient or that human and stick it with us, and we know what the difference between our left and right, we're gonna understand that our left is our left hand. That means this part of our body, where like the left side of our body, with where the left with the right. Sorry, excuse me. That's the right side of our body. That because we holding a right hand. If we put our right hand on that part, that means like our hand is sitting on our right lung. Right. If we're sitting on that lung, that means we can like switch it now. Because if we saw, like, for example, if we try to study the organs, you're gonna study like in the opposite, but you're gonna say that doesn't make sense. No, it does. If you are like in the opposite view with a person, it's gonna make sense. If you're gonna study a person and like start studying the patient, we are studying like the human anatomy, and we're standing beside it, you're gonna understand, oh, yeah, it makes sense, because we like studying ourselves side to side him, and instead of opposite him. That's why if we opposite him, the organ gonna be the opposite. So that's the right lung. The right lung, you can say that the pulmonary artery is sliding down there, which it's close friend to the left, which is the aorta, where the aorta and the pulmonary arch, you can say it holds the heart from its neck, and you can say it compromises between the right and the left lung in that space. Because I don't know if it's visible, like you can see the liver, the stomach is sitting. You can say there's a diaphragm which separates the lower abdominal organs with the upper thoracic organs. So the heart sitting there. If we can make it like, if can like study the mediastinum itself. So you can say the mediastinum itself is just the spaces between the lung and the pleura, because it's the site where the heart, the main organ, with its compartments and its with its structures that's needed to function as gave vessels, as the aorta and the pulmonary trunk, and the aorta and the pulmonary trunk, and it's like it's cover which is needed with the pericardium, which we're gonna like study today, we're gonna learn today. So we can say the mediastinum is we separated into like vesicle grooves. Because there is the top, there's like the if you understand, mediastinum is a place where the great heart and its great vessels sets with its structures to like pericardium, and it's like structure needed to function or do its mechanism. You can understand like it's divided, like what's above the heart, what's like under the heart, what's in front of the heart, and what's like behind the heart. If you understand it like that, that mean what's in the place, and what's the compartments, or like what's the structures present in the place of the heart itself. If that makes sense. I hope it does. So we can say it like from above. We can say it, yeah, we can see it from above, because maybe it's gonna be like more understandable. But I don't wanna like make it like super difficult to understand. You can say that. We wanna make it more simple. So right, if you get it, you understand like right. If the heart sits here, that means there is a structure above the heart, which like there's a space above the heart, and if the heart sits here, that means there's a space in front of the heart. That means there's a structure in front of the heart, and if the heart sits in the middle, that means there's a structure behind the heart. And if the heart sits in the middle, that means there's structure sitting under the heart. And if the heart sits in the middle, that means it's got other structure that's helping it to function. Right, if we're gonna divide it now, we divide it into like four groups or four sections. The first section you can say is the superior mediastinum, which is like in the surface that's above the heart. And as we see here, it doesn't really need like a handout to really understand or to memorize it, because it's just really simple. As we see here, that's the first rep. First rep. If you can make it like more like easier for you, more simple, we can like add a line, imaginary line here. A second, yeah, make that. There's an imaginary line here. If you imagine that imaginary line, but here it's gonna be like more simple, because we don't really need like to make it more hard for us, because we're in fucking medical school, you know. So if you put like an imaginary line here, right, which separates, you can say, the inferior mediastinum and the lower compartments, which is the anterior, the middle, and the posterior, and the inferior part itself, gonna be more easy. So where's the place of the superior mediastinum, which is separated by the inferior mediastinum, which carries the anterior and the middle and the posterior. Alright, it's side, it's sitting between the first rep, and you can say takes, because the line starts from like there's an angle. Just want to make it like more understandable to you. Wait a second. As you see, there's an angle. You see that here? You see that? If you divide it like the sternum, we're gonna divide it into three parts: the head, then the body, then the tail, which is called the xiphoid process. Never mind that between the head and between the body, there is an angle. That's all I need. Yeah, never mind. That's gonna be like more complicated. If you take that angle, that angle between the first rep and that like I'm trying to make it more visible, because the sternum, for example, that's the head, okay? That's the head, and that's the body, and the first rep attaches between the head and the body. There is like a small fossa, there's a small like depression. That depression, we call it the sternal angle. The sternal angle, the imaginary line that we separate between the superior and the inferior compartments of the mediastinum. We start from the sternal angle. We start from the sternal angle. Probably that would make more sense. We started from the sternal angle to the thoracic floor, or the fourth thoracic vertebra. If that makes sense, I hope it does. So that's I want to like point it, because I don't know how to point it, but do you see like? You see like the first rep, it is only one rep, So onward, that's the head. Onward, that's the body. and there's like one line between the head and the body. That's the line starts there, and it ended till the thoracic or the fourth thoracic vertebra. Above that is the sphere. It's like the structure or the compartments of the superior mediastinum. That means it takes like the sternum head and the sternum angle and the first rep and the thoracic floor. So that's like the parts, the sides of the superior mediastinum. Now, if we return back to our photo, now we divided it to down to up and down, and if we like took a moment back and we put the heart in its great vessels, that means the heart above the heart will be the rib cage, will be the first rep, and like the parts of the T4 till the rep. That's like the part. If I'm trying to make it more obvious, that's the heart, for example. Okay. Let's look at right, that's the heart. Above it is the first rep. Connected to it is the like is the vertebral column, which ends to the fourth thoracic vertebra. And I hope that makes sense. I hope, because it took like a lot of time teaching that. But if you understand that, we call that. Oh shit. Okay. I know the microphone gonna be like gonna hear me different now, but we doing what we have gotta do. Okay, like I said, that's the heart. That's the heart. Okay, that's above the heart. That place we call the superior mediastinum. Okay, because the part starts from the fourth vertebra, the vertebral column, till like till it attaches to the first to the sternal angle, which that means the superior mediastinum. It takes the first rep and the upper, or the you can say the upper parts of the fourth thoracic vertebra, and I hope that makes sense. Right now, what's like the in front of the heart? If you make sense, okay, the first rep and the parts of the upper parts of the fourth thoracic vertebra is the up or the compartment which is above the heart. That means if it's in front of the heart, that means it's just a sternum, the sternum bone itself, which is head and not really its head. You can say its body and its tail only. If you wanna be specific, alright, be specific. But I just say the sternum in general. But if you're gonna be specific, alright, it's just the body and the tail of the cervix bone of the sternum. Right, that's like the in front of the heart. We call it the anterior mediastinum because anterior means in the front of it. Right, back to it. We said like that the superior mediastinum starts from the sternal angle till the fourth vertebral column, till the fourth thoracic vertebra. That means the back of the heart just starts from the fourth vertebral column, or like the fourth thoracic vertebra, till like the diaphragm, because the heart sits, its base, it's on the diaphragm. So that's the heart. So trying to make it more obvious, right? that the heart above it is like first rib attaches to till it attaches to the fourth thoracic vertebra, and in front of it, if you're gonna like do something in front of it, for example, okay, that's a heart from setting. For example, that's the shape of the heart. Okay, in front of it, it's just gonna be like the tail, right? The tail, the body. I'm sorry, the body of the sternum and the tail, which is called the civics process. And behind it, if you're gonna start from the fourth thoracic vertebra till the diaphragm, which is the base of the heart, the heart sits on it. That means the posterior to it, at the lower compartment of the lower structure that starts below the fourth thoracic vertebra. Okay, if you're gonna like be asked about it, somebody asked you what is the superior mediastinum, you're gonna say is the structure above the heart that starts from the sternal angle till the fourth thoracic vertebra. And what is for example, the anterior mediastinum, the anterior compartment of the mediastinum. We're just gonna say it's below, or it starts below the sternal angle till the base, which is the diaphragm. And what is the inferior or the base of the heart, for example, or the inferior compartment of the mediastinum? We're just gonna say the diaphragm, and we can say it starts from like the tail, for example, the cephalox process of the tail or the sternum till uh, the last vertebra, you can see, or till the end of the vertebra, till the end of the vertebral column. Right, and what's like the posterior compartment of it? We're just gonna say it starts below the fourth thoracic vertebra till the base, which is the diaphragm. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now we're gonna study like its content. We're gonna start with the superior mediastinum content. Mm. Let's do that one. Alright. As you see here, that's the imaginary line we're talking about. That's the level of the sternal angle. That starts from the sternal angle till what's the fourth thoracic vertebra. Right. And we cut like we separate the heart between like an upper part and a lower part, superior part and the inferior part. Now the superior part, we're gonna find like that tip. You can say that I don't think like gonna be wrong, but it's the tip of the like yeah, I'm pretty sure if we get divided, that's the right lung, and you can say left to the right lung is the right atrium. So you can say that the continent the continent uh, the continent of like the superior mediastinum. Yeah. مم. انت على السوشيال ميديا دلوقتي؟ ايوه. ولا بلينا عادي. ما هو انت بتدخلي ليه؟ ما انت بتسمعيني. ايوه، هو مش النور اهو. ايوه. ايوه باينة كده. خلينا نتأكد كده. لا لا، مش باينة. ايه؟ معرفش والله. معرفش ده كده. حاضر. ماشي. ماشي. ممكن اخلص؟ ماشي. Right, if you're gonna say that the superior mediastinal continent, we can say like it's a tip, the 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 top tip, the top tip of the right atrium. Because other views like where we can like view it from that picture, yeah, we can say that's the tip of the right atrium, and it takes the brachiocephalic vein, which is the veins which supply the head and the neck and the upper limbs of the human. So you can say that the left and right brachiocephalic veins, right, do what, like I just said, if you can imagine it, or you can think about it, that okay, that it's present at the superior mediastinum, because it's going to support the upper body of the human. That's why it's in the upper parts of the heart, or the mediastinum. Then, of course, as we know it, the most popular artery in the heart is the aorta, which supplies all the peripheral parts. It needs its branches, which supplies also the the upper body. So you can say like the ascending aorta, which ascends, like it's not created, or like it's oxygenated blood. You can say, or like, yeah, you can say it's the most blood that has nutrients and metabolites, and it's gonna supply all the body. It's gonna supply the top of the body first, but it's gonna also supply the down parts of the body. So we call it the ascending aorta, because it dropped to ascend it to all the body, but because it's in the superior part, so that means it's gonna be in the superior part, and at the same time it's gonna be have its its arteries, which supplies the upper parts, and any like blood vessel which supplies the upper parts, called brachiocephalic, which brachy mean arm and cephalic mean head, like the brain itself. Cephalic in Latin means the head. I know that can be boring sometimes, but I'm trying my best. Alright, And as you see here, okay, we got like under the brachiocephalic vein is the main vein in the whole body, which also like takes the waste product, or like the wasted blood from the top body, or the top part of the body, and it's gonna give it to the heart, so it's gonna get filtrated to the lungs. So that's I'm just like saying the continent, but we're gonna divide it later. And then, as I said, the Senegalta, which had its arteries just supplying the upper part of the upper body, which is anything that have a relationship was related to the upper body, which is the limbs and the head. We call it brachiocephalic, but brachio mean upper limbs, and cephalic mean the brain itself. And carotid means like the neck compartment, you can say that. And the subclavian artery, which is the artery which supplies the muscle, which is function is to have like a fixation of the shoulder. So if you're gonna like sum it up, you don't want to miss the most two important ones, which you're gonna get like confused, like which are the most important ones. The most important ones is, I don't know how you forget it, but it's the trachea, because if you're gonna take the continent which is above the heart, of course it's gonna be the trachea, which is needed to supply the lungs, which is between the heart itself. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, of course, the superior mediastinum, which is the continent above the heart, gonna the trachea gonna be part of it, because it's gonna supply the lungs, which is close to it, sitting beside the lungs, sitting beside the two lungs is sitting beside the heart. And of course, we're gonna not forget the esophagus. I know it's not mentioned here, but it should be mentioned that, if we see that, that's a, that's esophagus and that's the trachea. Of course, the esophagus is gonna be a part of the superior mediastinum. That means like what is what like in summary? Because I got confused, Muhammad. What is like? Can you repeat what you said? Because I just felt like lost. Right. We're gonna say what is the superior compartment of the mediastinum. You gotta think about the arteries, if you mentioned the veins and the tubes, you can say that. And we're gonna not forget it because there's only two tubes in the upper, because that's have another fixation. I have like another purpose instead of like receiving or sending blood. So arteries, they is any blood vessel which is like going away from the heart, so like escaping the heart, or the blood escaping the heart. And the veins, any blood vessels that entering the heart doesn't gotta be oxygenated or like deoxygenated. That's that's a false concept. There's nothing called like a full oxygenated blood vessel, and there's nothing called a full like a fully deoxygenated blood vessel. So if we're gonna talk firstly about the arteries, we said the main ones. We're gonna say about the main ones. We're gonna talk about like the main one, the main artery, which is escaping and like supplying the whole body, and then giving to the top part of our body, which is our limbs and our head and neck, and of course the upper parts of our thoracic vertebra and our part of our thoracic compartment. The arteries we're gonna firstly think about the ascending aorta. Ascending means it's sending to hold the peripheral tissue, and one of our peripheral tissue is our top part of our body. So ascending aorta, which supplies and supports the upper body, which consists of an upper thoracic compartment and the upper limbs and the head and neck. Alright, what's the artery which can be supplying, or what's the artery that the aorta gonna be sent to supply the specific parts of the upper body? As we said, the upper thoracic compartment, the aorta can supply it because it's gonna pass through it. So that checked. The upper thoracic compartment is supplied by the ascending aorta, by the aorta in general, by the ascending aorta to make it like more reasonable, more like easier to understand. And then there's the limbs, and if anything related to the limbs in Latin is called brachio. Okay, and anything that's related to the limbs gotta be related to the brain because we cannot control our limbs except using our brains. There's a like neural connection or like electrical connection between our limbs and our brain. So we call that artery brachiocephalic, as we have a left arm and we have a right arm and we have a left arm. That means we're gonna have a left. We're gonna have a right and a left brachiocephalic, that an artery, like an. I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, I don't. I don't need to make it more simple. That means if we're gonna supply the arm, which is connected to the brain, because we cannot control our limbs or cannot control our arms except using our brain. That means we're gonna have two, as we have two arms. That means we're gonna have two arteries, to left and right, brachiocephalic artery. Right? Okay, we have supplied the limbs. You can say that brachiocephalic supplies the limbs because we call it brachiocephalic because the arm cannot be controlled, cannot be function except using the brain. So that's why you call it brachiocephalic. But that doesn't mean brachiocephalic supplies the brain or the head, the neck, because what are gonna be supplying it now, the neck, as we said, the the left common carotid. I know the name can be difficult, but I think I make it like reasonable to not forget the neck. It's gonna, which the neck is connected to the brain because good spinal cord. Then if there is blood supply to the spinal cord, that means gonna be blood supply to the brain. If that makes sense. So there's the left common carotid, carotid artery. Why left doesn't gotta be left because there's a left and a right, so as you like, you know. Why left and right? Because the brain is divided into two parts of the there's, I don't know if you know that concept, but the right brain controls the left part of our body. The right and the left brain part and the left part of the brain. You can say that the brain is divided into hemispheres. That the right hemisphere controls the left side of our body, and the left hemisphere controls our right part of the body. Alright, let's continue. As we said, okay, the brain and the head, okay, then we supplied the head and the neck. Congrats. That's three arteries. Now the veins. As we said, we're gonna take blood. And now we're gonna take blood from from the thoracic compartment, the limbs, and the neck and head. That means if we're gonna take something from the thoracic or the upper thoracic compartment, it's gonna be the vena cava because it's present there. Like the upper part. Or yeah, you can say the upper part or the half upper part of the supreme vena cava. And then the limbs. As we said, brachiocephalic cause brachio means the arm in Latin, and cephalic cause the arm cannot be controlled, or cannot be functions except the use and or the neurological connection between the arm and the brain. That means the brain controls the arm. So the limbs gonna be supply or gonna yani, the wasted blood gonna be taken from the left and the right because there is the left and the right limb or arm you got. So the left arm brachiocephalic vein, and you can say the same goes to the neck and neck. Why not? You can say like head and neck is also like the carotid vein and kind of go right. And I don't really want to forget it, but as we said, like the upper part of the thoracic compartment, uh, there's the subclav, like what's called. Uh, I forget the muscle. It's called subclavian, and like subclavian muscle, which is used to put like a fixation on the shoulder, to have like a fixation on the shoulder, without needing like if you're gonna like need to fixate the shoulder to one place, you can do that. That's called like subclavian muscle. So you can say there's gonna be like a subclavian artery and a vein. And the last two with the tube which trachea which takes and sends away. It takes fresh air and it give or throw out the waste air. And the esophagus it only takes water. It only takes food. If it throw out food, that means you're vomiting. Right, we have finished the superior compartment. Okay, let's get into the the other parts. Now, I think that picture is amazing because it just like make it more like it remove the pressure, the stress of visualization. At the same time, it just make it like more clear. Okay, I think if I did that, gonna be like more awesome. But never mind. Let's talk about, for example, let's talk about the posterior compartment now, other than anterior compartment now. That posterior, why the posterior? Because that's the body of the thoracic compartment. That's the vertebra. That's the vertebra. So it's obvious that that's the back and that's the front. Okay, the front, as we know, it is the sternum. The things that can be attached to the sternum, because we want like the heart to be also to be attached to its place and not be throwing around. And oh, there's like it's got a like a serious flare, which like do a job for that, but also it needs like an extra stability. So you can say the anterior compartment of the heart is like the ligament, which is attaches the sternum to the heart to keep it like in its place without like needing to move to or hit other structure where it's like beating and moving around, just beat in one place without needing to hurt the other structure close to it. There's ligaments, and the ligaments is attached is it's getting it's like it's secreting from the sternum and attaching to the heart. So the ligaments are called the sternopericardial ligaments. If that makes sense. And there's a small part. I'm pretty sure you're gonna forget it because it isn't that important, and I really cannot like make a point of it. And I don't really know even the function of it. We can like find the function of it right now, but why not? There's like a small part of the thymus present there, and we're gonna see like the function of of the thymus. But I don't really know, like what I don't really remember like what the thymus is. It's endocrine gland. Okay, it's a primary lymph lymphoid organ of the immune system that supports the development and function of T cells. All right, I didn't know that. You see it, okay, in the thymus, nice, pericardium. That's very nice. It's impressive that a surgeon can differentiate between all of that. I'm just seeing like some blood on some muscles. You can say that. It's very impressive. And I don't think the thymus is like a part of the, but I think yeah, it's like its function to do to support and develop and secrete like function of T cells. Gonna like have a like a question: why the thalamus is present at the like anterior compartment of the mediastinum? Thalamus is located in the anterior compartment because it's a vital component of the immune system responsible for the production of material puberty. Allow the thymus to be easily accessible for surgical procedure when necessary. Alright, that's a new information for me. I use like rib notes. It's like something always like when I return to information like a critical information, I return to and just build like a connection, a further connection to me. You're gonna see like also you can take like that at a side like at a side note for yourself. Like it's better to have like to have like a scheduled yeah, you can say like a scheduled or like a scheduled like information. That's better, I think, that in my opinion. Hmm. For like surgeons. to access, to be able, right, to access. I forgot how to write access. Things like that. Okay. Yeah, for example. Yeah, accessible. Yeah, never mind. It's right. Like, and sometimes I ask myself why I gotta know that. So I don't really forget. You can say like for diagnosing and treating conditions. It's just important to know it. Yeah, you can say like for surgical. Yeah, guidance. All right, we have learned something new. That's great. Okay, as we said, okay, the anterior compartments, it's like the ligaments which help in the attachment between the sternum and the heart, which fixate the heart to prevent like moving around and shaking around and that. Right. After that, we have to talk about the anterior. Let's talk about the posterior compartment. The posterior compartment, if we're gonna see, it starts just like in the front of the thoracic vertebral body. And if you see that clear, you're gonna like see a vein, one vein, only one vein, and no other vein. And you're gonna see like one tube and other tube, no other than that. Right, if there's one vein, and if there's only one vein, which is the zygous vein, and that's you can say that's really not important. If you're gonna like say it, then say it. I don't really think that's important. Thoracic duct, because that really doesn't have that, and that's like not posterior. That's like related more to the lungs. It's closer to the lung. That means it's to the side of the heart. So that's not really important. The most important is the zygous vein. Why? Because it's only the veins which takes like it's the unpaired vein. I really feel, like forget what the, the function like. Uh, like what's why like we have a zygous vein. Yeah, it means unpaired, and I know I just know it like it's only one vein. As the unpaired vein that runs the side of thoracic artery, draining the exudative from the posterior walls of thoracic and abdomen to the cerebral cava. You can say, yeah, it's only vein because it plays a crucial role in draining the thoracic cage and part of the posterior mediastinum into the cerebral cava. Yeah, you can say it's only. I just know it because it's only one. It's only like the vein doesn't have like a left and a right, but you can say it function to drain every. the brain, like, yeah, as you can see that that's gonna be like more obvious here. The Zygote vein, it's, you can say it's the only vein which takes all the wasted blood from the abdomen and the thoracic and give it to the vena cava directly. And as you see, I don't know if that visible, but you can see the trachea behind that. That's the posterior wall of the body. That's like the vertebra. That's like yeah, that's the vertebral column. That's like the side of the ribs. Uh, as you see, there's the trachea. That's like the thoracic compartment. That's the trachea behind, and that's like the esophagus. If we return back to the photo, it's gonna be like a lot of. If you wanna study the vagus brain, okay, I don't know, cause yeah, I know it's have a relationship between the pericardium, but I don't really think it's important to to bring it as a continent into the compartment. And yeah, the thoracic duct, I don't really know its purpose, but I don't really think it has. The sympathetic trunk. I'm just like a bit upset if you can like. Yeah, I think that's a back. I think yeah, they took a part of the lungs and they cut it in half, like. But as I think, the most important ones, if we're gonna take from the back, the zygos vein and the esophagus with behind it like is a trachea because if you see that the trachea is the most one like behind one, the most one like behind one. So as I believe, the most important ones you can like mention others. I don't see it really as a problem, but as I believe the most important ones to mention is the zygos vein because it's the only vein which is unpaired or have only one side, or it doesn't have a left and a right, and it's present on the left side of the body. But it's make it special because it's only vein which is present not in the middle, but it's present at the left side of the body. It doesn't have a left and a right side of it, and it gives all the wasted blood present at the abdomen and the thoracic. Give it to the spinal cava. Right. Mm, right. We have said about the anterior compartment that now we're gonna talk about the most important one, which let's return now back to our photo, which we're gonna return to the most important one, which is like got a lot of information about it, which is the mediastinum compartment, which, as we all know, the heart is located with its beloved protection, which is its condom. You can say that pericardium. So as we know, the middle of the mediastinum locates the heart and its condom and its great vessels. So you can say that yeah, present in its organ and its condom, which is the pericardium, and the organ is the heart and like its great vessels. I remember it by like a small sentence is easier to memorize, which is called Harry always. Wait a second. I really remember it for a second. And like I used to remember it, I don't know why I forget it suddenly. Yeah, yeah, it's happy people, it's not Harry. Happy people always share interesting pictures, paintings, and beauty. Painting beauty. I mean, like, happy people always share, happy people always share interesting pictures and painting beauty. Happy, the first word of it, H, which is stand for the heart, of course, and people, the P word stand for the pericardium, and the A stand for the ascending aorta. And I hope it makes sense because you're seeing here that's the heart, and the heart is covered by its condom, which is the pericardium, and it's like one which function to send the fresh oxygen and the fresh blood to hold the peripheral tissue to supply it and support it, which is the aorta, and it's the ascending aorta. And S stands for the superior vena cava, which takes all the waste blood from the top part of the top part of the body, which is the upper part of thoracic part, the upper thoracic compartment, and the limbs and the head and neck. Right. So the second one is like the terminal parts of the superior vena cava, and the I stands for interesting. The I stands for the terminal part of the superior vena cava, and people, as we know, the heart receive the fresh blood or send its fresh blood in the same time, and it send the wasted blood which is received from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava to the lungs to filtrate it and then take it back as like a fresh blood. Uh, the heart receives or like it gives the wasted blood to the pulmonary vein, and it receives the fresh blood from the pulmonary trunk, which is the pulmonary artery. And beauty, the last one, it stands for, as we know, I don't know if it's that visible here, but I think that's downward. No, that's upward. Okay, that's we're seeing it like from a coastal view, from the top of the heart. I'm pretty sure if you see you see that one like this, like downward the pulmonary artery or the pulmonary trunk, which is divided into left and right pulmonary artery or trunk. Downwards, there's like a tube which is branching and it's moving. That one, the white one, you can say that's a bronchi, which you can say it gives the the wasted air into the trachea and send it away, and it takes the fresh air into the bronchi and give it to the lungs. So it can like have a relationship between the heart and the lungs. Yeah, that's one. It's a two main bronchi. Alright, and congrats. You have finished the continents of the mediastinum. Alright, and gonna finish by like two problems that can happen in the mediastinum. There's something that's called mediastinum, which means inflammation of the mediastinum, which can cause can happen due like multiple reasons, as like an which I believe is it mostly happens due to the inflammatory process. But if we're talking about the heart, it's then a problem in the pericardium itself. So it can be like a damaged pericardium or like a damage in the heart, which led to not enough supplement and support have given due to like a decreased functional demand in the heart happened, which have given a less supportive and supplements to the pericardium, which have led to the heart to an inflammation, which in general have made an inflammation in the mediastinum. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and the last one is something called mediastinal syndrome, which due to a reason, due to an external factor, is pressing of the continent with the mediastinum, which can cause like multiple complications, which I remember by Harry the painter paints or blended, I don't either remember, blended red, I think. The eager, yeah, that is, I don't know where I'm related too much to Harry. The eager painters swiftly enter the heart, okay, and that you can say it stand for the trachea. Maybe something like a tumor, enlargement in the lymph node, inflammation happen in the lymph node, or and due to external factor, or like aneurysm of the aorta happened, maybe due to like an fibrosis, something like that. So that's like to an increased expansion of the aorta, which compressed on another continent of the mediastinum, maybe at the trachea, which something pressing the trachea and not letting the air getting out and getting in, and the person having difficulty in breathing. That's called dyspnea. The other one is gonna start with the eager, which starts with the E, which stands for the esophagus. It's maybe due to the aorta, a tumor or larger enlargement of the lymph node expressing in the esophagus, and that the person, for example, is trying to vomit, but he's just feeling like the food is getting stuck in the way, or he's just feeling like a hit due like the food trying to get out or trying to get in, or he's feeling like there's an harsh and there's a heavy load on him, like a heavy, like a need of demand or need of stress to be able to swallow, for example, or to able to swallow the food. That's called dysnaglia, dyspaglia, which means difficulty in swallowing. And the P, you can say it stands for the phrenic nerve. I'm pretty sure I forget the phrenic nerve. It's present in the middle. I don't know how to forget. Yeah, I don't know how to forget it. I swear to God. But the P, in the middle of the mediastinum, there is a left phrenic nerve. It's present. Yeah, it's sometimes we cannot even like see its fury because how hidden it is. Its job to supply phrenic means diaphragmatic, which means its purpose to supply the diagram is neurological or neuric, supplements, and it's present at the heart, like close to its. You can say that it's in the middle mediastinum, just to the side of it. The phrenic nerve is something compressing it in the diaphragm, which we need for breathing to squeeze down the abdominal organs to make the thoracic organs able to expand and do its function without needing that external needing to feel like something pressing or like having an overload on the other one. If that happens, that means you're gonna be having paralysis in this diagram and probably gonna have difficulty in breathing and other problems too. And so if something pressing on the superior vena cava, for example, the superior vena cava is the main center vein of the whole body. That means other organs maybe will not be able to send out its wasted blood to the other, will not able to send blood to the superior vena cava to get new blood or get its new, like fresh blood it needs to keep its function. You can say that we're gonna lead to a venous congestion, gonna lead to obstruction of the central vein. That means that the wasted blood will keep or like stay in a place or stay in a place of the organ, which is gonna cause because if the organ is not constantly being supplied by blood, by flesh blood, then and it giving and kept supplying by the wasted blood, it's gonna lead to a complication. For example, something called, like for example, if it's a spear in a cave, then there's gonna be a congestion, like congestion of the head and neck and upper limbs. That means that these parts of our body cannot be supplied by blood or constant supply of the blood. That may lead to necrosis and death of the cells there. And P, banded, P stand for the bronchus. If something pressing in the bronchus, which like is spread in the lung, you can say that, or it's also like is a great attachment to attach the lungs to keep like the stability of it. That will lead to like to the collapse of the lobes of the lungs because the lung is divided into lobes, and each lobe has like a special mechanism, a special function. If that gonna lead to like also problem in breathing, problem in like air exchange, respiratory exchange, uh, gonna lead to complication between the connection between the lung and the heart. And lastly, you can, I don't know if you can see that. Let me take that again. I think, yeah, that's the vagus nerve. That's the compartment. That's the synthetic trunk. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's a nice photo. Yep. As you see here, yeah, you can see that the mediastinum is got a lot of compartments, and I didn't want like to keep like giving you information and giving you like because it can be like sometimes too much. But the most important one that there is a vein that you can say it goes through the water and it's turned and folds down to the water between the spaces between of the like the under of the water and then goes back to the larynx. That's called, yeah, as you see here. You see like there's a vein that just goes like behind the left pulmonary vein and just goes like to the right side of the aorta, of the ascending aorta, of the arch of the aorta, and just goes down to the left pulmonary artery and just disappears, and somehow it returns back to the right. I don't know that the right brachiocephalic vein and just appears again. That's called, yeah. You see that? See that small one? That one is called the left recurrent vein or the current nerve. Is the recurrent nerve, which is function. That's like a big rule, or like have a big function of like the voice box of the larynx and the structure of the larynx in general, which got the larynx itself and the voice box in it. So it supplies it, which if something compressing in it, and that's gonna lead like to unable to talk well, unable to produce sounds and like produce a voice pitch or talking, which gonna lead to like something called the hoarseness of the voice, which like that, you know, like so somebody he's out of his breath. That's mean like the hoarseness of breath, and you can say, yeah, that's all thing you gotta know for the mediastinum. I'm just gonna take a small break, a bathroom take. I think that can be like vagus nerve, mm, coronary artery. Yeah, I think I make it obvious. Yeah, you see that like the right figure nerve, that one. That one, yeah, like I said, it supplies the larynx or like the upper structure of the trachea here, which like is present the apple of Adam and structure of the larynx in general, which contain also the voice box, which have something compressing in it, when they're not able to do its work very well, which gonna lead like to hoarseness of the voice, which means like a person will not able to produce a pitch, not able to talk, and will have like a very difficulty in even speaking, and sometimes his voice cannot even be heard well or cannot be loud enough to be heard. And yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm very thankful to listening for me. Holy shit, I've been talking for an hour and 18 minutes. That's impressive. But I'm just gonna end it here because I've been doing a lot, and I'm really thankful for listening to me. And I'm actually grateful for actually taking the decision to make a videos about like medical and teaching about medical uh, structures and like giving medical lectures also. So it's actually like a new step for me, and I'm liking it till now. But in the next video, we're gonna talk about the pericardium. I'm gonna make it quick because I cannot keep doing that because I'll not have time for the gym and not studying. So I hope you like the video, and I hope like you talk all that well, you understand it. And if you got any suggestions, got in the comments. And if you like the video, please like it. You know why not? Put that together for me, boy, and subscribe also. And I'm gonna see you later. Bye bye.